The letter arrives on a Tuesday morning. Your mom brings it to your room. She already knows what it is before she hands it to you. She's got tears in her eyes and she's trying to hide it. The envelope has official government markings on it. Your hands are shaking as you open it. And there it is. 4 words that change everything. You have been drafted. You're 19 years old. 6 months ago, you were sitting in the classroom, worried about passing your history test. 3 months ago, you were at a party, talking to a girl you liked. Last week, you were working at your part-time job, saving money for a car. And now, you're holding a piece of paper that says you're going to war. A war you've seen on TV. A war you've heard about, but never really thought would involve you. Until now. This is your story. This is what happens when the choice gets taken away from you. When your life gets put on hold. When you have to become a soldier, whether you want to or not. The first thing you feel is disbelief. This can't be real. This has to be a mistake. You read the letter 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but it doesn't change. You are required to report for military service. You have 30 days. 30 days to get your life in order before everything changes forever. 30 days before you stop being a kid and start being something else entirely. Your dad sits you down that night. He served in World War II. He doesn't talk about it much, but you can see something in his face now. Something like sadness mixed with pride, mixed with fear. He tells you that you're going to be okay. He tells you to keep your head down and follow orders. He tells you to write letters home. He doesn't tell you what war is really like, because how do you explain that to your son? How do you tell him that he's about to see things that will never leave his mind? Your girlfriend cries when you tell her. She holds on to you and she says she'll wait for you. She says a year isn't that long. She promises to write every day. And you want to believe her. You want to believe that when you come back, everything will be the same. But somewhere deep down, you already know that's not true. Nothing's going to be the same. Not her, not you, not anything. The 30 days go by faster than any 30 days in your life. You spend time with your family, you see your friends, you try to do all the normal things you used to do, but nothing feels normal anymore. Everything has this weird feeling to it, like you're watching your own life from the outside, like you're already gone and you're just a ghost moving through your old world one last time. Then the day comes. Your mom drives you to the bus station. She's crying, but trying not to. Your dad shakes your hand and pulls you into a hug. He doesn't say anything because if he tries to talk, he's gonna break down. Your younger brother looks scared. He doesn't understand why you have to go. You don't really understand either, but you go anyway because that's what the letter says to do. The bus is full of other guys just like you. 19, 20, 21 years old. Some of them look confident, some of them look terrified. Most of them look like they're trying to figure out how they got here. You find a seat near the back and you watch your town disappear through the window. And part of you wonders if you'll ever see it again. Basic training is 8 weeks of pure chaos. They strip away everything that made you who you were. Your hair gets shaved off, your clothes get replaced with a uniform, your name becomes your last name only. You're not an individual anymore. You're a soldier. You're a unit number. You're part of a machine that's being built to fight a war. The drill instructors scream at you constantly. They break you down physically and mentally. You wake up at 5 in the morning and you don't stop moving until you collapse into bed at night. You run until your legs give out. You do push-ups until your arms shake. You march until your feet are covered in blisters. And just when you think you can't take anymore, they push you harder. But something happens during those 8 weeks. You start changing. Your body gets stronger. Your mind gets sharper. You stop thinking like a civilian and start thinking like a soldier. You learn how to take apart a rifle and put it back together in complete darkness. You learn how to throw a grenade. You learn how to kill. Actually kill. They teach you where to aim. They teach you how to think about enemy soldiers not as people, but as targets. And slowly, piece by piece, you become someone different. You make friends in basic training. There's Marcus from Detroit. He's loud and funny, and he keeps everyone's spirits up when things get hard. There's David from Texas, who grew up on a farm and doesn't complain about anything. There's Tommy from New York, who talks about his girlfriend constantly and carries her picture everywhere. These guys become your world. You eat together, sleep together, suffer together. And by the end of basic training, you've formed bonds that feel deeper than friendships you've had your whole life. Then comes the news everyone's been dreading. Your orders arrive. You're going to Vietnam. Some guys get stationed in Germany, some get sent to Korea, but you're going to the war, the real war, the one on TV every night, where soldiers are dying and helicopters are crashing and the jungle is swallowing people whole. The flight to Vietnam takes forever. You're packed into a military transport plane with hundreds of other soldiers. Some of them are sleeping, some are reading, some are writing letters, some are just staring at nothing, lost in their own thoughts. You try to sleep, but you can't. Your mind is racing. You're thinking about what's waiting for you when you land. You're thinking about whether you're ready for this. You're thinking about home. When the plane starts its descent, everything becomes real in a way it hasn't been before. This is it. You're about to land in a war zone. You're about to become a combat soldier. The plane touches down and the door opens and the heat hits you like a physical force. It's not just hot, it's suffocating. The humidity makes it hard to breathe. And the smell, there's a smell in the air that you can't quite identify. It's like burning mixed with rot, mixed with something else. Something that smells like death. You file off the plane with everyone else. There were soldiers everywhere. Some are getting on planes to go home. They look different. They look older, even though it's only been a year since they got here. Their eyes are different, distant, like they're seeing something that you can't see yet. Like they know something that you're about to learn. An officer assigns you to your unit. You're going to the 1st Infantry Division, Big Red 1. You don't know what that means yet, but you will. You get issued more gear, more ammunition, a flak jacket that weighs more than anything you've ever worn. And then you're on a helicopter heading to your base, your first helicopter ride. The door gunner is scanning the jungle below with his weapon. The jungle stretches out in every direction, endless and green and hostile. This is where you're gonna spend the next year of your life. This is where you're gonna fight. This is where you might die. The base is chaos. There are soldiers everywhere. Some are coming back from patrols covered in mud and exhaustion. Some are getting ready to go out. There's constant noise, helicopters, trucks, generators, people yelling. You get assigned to a barracks and you meet the guys in your platoon. They size you up. New guy, fresh meat. You can see them thinking it. They're wondering if you're gonna make it. They're wondering if they should bother learning your name because new guys have a way of not lasting long. Your first patrol happens 3 days after you arrive. 3 days, that's all the time you get to adjust before they send you into the jungle with a rifle and a radio in orders to search for enemy activity. The platoon leader briefs everyone on the mission. Simple patrol, 4 hours, loot through the jungle and come back. Except nothing about Vietnam is simple. The moment you step into the jungle, the fear sets in. Real fear. Not the kind of fear you felt before, the abstract worry about what might happen. This is immediate. This is physical. Every shadow could be an enemy. Every sound could be the last thing you hear before someone shoots you. The jungle is so thick you can barely see the person in front of you. Your uniform is soaked through with sweat within minutes. Mosquitoes are attacking you constantly, and you have to stay quiet. You have to stay alert. You have to be ready to fight at any second. 2 hours into the patrol, gunfire erupts. You don't see where it's coming from, you just hear it and feel it. Bullets snapping through the air, trees exploding, people screaming. Your training kicks in and you drop to the ground and you start returning fire even though you don't have a target. You're just shooting into the jungle, hoping you hit something, hoping you don't get hit. The firefight lasts maybe 2 minutes, maybe less, but it feels like hours. When it stops, you're shaking so badly you can barely hold your rifle. One of the guys in your squad is wounded, took a round in the arm. The medic is working on him. Everyone else is scanning the jungle, waiting for another attack, but it doesn't come. The enemy disappeared back into the trees like ghosts. That night, back at base, you can't sleep. You keep replaying the firefight in your head, the sounds, the fear, the feeling of being completely helpless. You think about the wounded soldier. You think about how easily that could have been you. You think about the fact that you shot at people today, living people, and you don't know if you hit anyone. You don't know if you killed someone, and you don't know how you're supposed to feel about that. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months. Each patrol is different, but they're all the same in the ways that matter. Each one is dangerous, each one is exhausting, each one chips away at you a little bit more. You watch new guys arrive and you watch some of them leave in body bags. You watch your friends get wounded, you watch your friends die, and slowly you stop being that 19-year-old kid who got drafted. You become something harder, something colder, something that can function in this environment.
The letters from home become your lifeline. Your mom writes every week. She tells you about what's happening in your town. She tells you about the weather and your brother's baseball games and what she's cooking for dinner. Normal things. Things that feel like they're from another planet. Your girlfriend's letters come less frequently now. First it was every day, then every few days, then once a week, then they stop coming altogether. And you're not even surprised. You knew it was coming. The distance is too great. Not the physical distance, the emotional distance. She can't understand what you're going through, and you can't explain it in a letter. You make it to month 6, halfway through your tour. 6 months down, 6 months to go. You've survived this long. You've been in firefights. You've been in ambushes. You've walked through villages where you couldn't tell who was friendly and who wanted you dead. You've seen things that you'll never be able to unsee. You've done things that you'll never be able to undo. And you've got 6 more months of this. The guys in your unit have become your real family now. Marcus is still around. David is still around. Tommy got sent home after taking shrapnel to his leg. His war is over. Yours isn't. You've got new guys in the unit now, and you're not the new guy anymore. You're a veteran. The fresh arrivals look at you the same way you looked at the veterans when you first got here. They see that look in your eyes, that distance, that knowledge of what's coming. By month 9, you're counting days, not weeks, not months, days. 90 days left, 89, 88. You mark them off on a calendar. Each day that passes is one day closer to going home, one day closer to surviving this. You've stopped thinking about anything beyond that. You just think about making it through today, and then tomorrow, and then the day after that. You get into firefights and you don't even get scared anymore, not the same way you did at first. The fear is still there, but it's different now. It's background noise. You've learned how to function through it. You've learned how to shoot and move and communicate while your heart is pounding and your hands are shaking. You've learned how to watch someone die and keep fighting. You've learned how to survive. When your rotation date finally comes, you can barely believe it. You made it. You survived a full year in Vietnam. The helicopter that's taking you to the airfield feels like the best ride of your life. You're going home. You're actually going home. Some of the guys you arrived with didn't make it, but you did. You're one of the lucky ones.
The flight back to the United States is surreal. You're sitting on a plane full of soldiers who all survived their tours. Everyone is quiet. Nobody's celebrating. Everyone is just processing what they went through, what they saw, what they did. You look around at these guys and you realize that all of you are changed. All of you are different now. All of you left something back in Vietnam that you'll never get back. When you land in California, people are protesting at the airport. They're holding signs, they're yelling at soldiers, calling you names, calling you a baby killer, a murderer. You risked your life for a year. You watched your friends die. And this is what you come home to: anger, hatred. People who don't understand and don't want to understand. You make it back to your hometown. Your mom cries when she sees you. Your dad hugs you. Your brother looks at you like a stranger. And in a way, you are. You're not the person who left a year ago. That person is gone. You're someone else now. Someone who's seen combat. Someone who's killed. Someone who carries memories that nobody else can understand. You try to go back to normal life, but normal doesn't exist anymore. Your friends are talking about parties and college and jobs, things that feel meaningless, things that feel small. You can't relate to them anymore. You can't explain where you've been or what you've seen. The gap between you and everyone else feels impossible to cross. At night, you have dreams. Not dreams, nightmares. You're back in the jungle. You're back in firefights. You're watching people die again. You wake up in a cold sweat, reaching for a weapon that isn't there, in a war that's over for you, but will never really be over. You were 19 years old when that letter arrived. You didn't choose to go to war. The war chose you. And it took something from you that you'll spend the rest of your life trying to get back. Your innocence, your youth, the sense that the world is a safe place. You gave a year of your life to Vietnam, but Vietnam took so much more than that. It took part of your soul, and that's the part you'll never get back, no matter how many years pass. This is what happens when you're 19 and drafted. This is what happens when the choice gets taken away. This is what happens when war becomes your reality instead of